Good evening, everyone. First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News now tonight, tomorrow, and First Alert Friday forecast. The reason for that First Alert Friday is that we've gone ahead and declared a First Alert weather day for this coming Friday. And that's because we're tracking a wintry system that'll bring some wintry precipitation in the southern areas of our region, which could lead to some impacts. So let's get right to our First Alert forecast to show you what I mean. Again, we just declared this about half an hour ago because models were indicating that we will see an impactful system in the southern areas of our region for this coming Friday. Basically, a low pressure system will bring some moisture into at least the southern valley and parts of Lakes Country, and that could lead to some ice and snow accumulations and slick roads possible. And again, the southeastern areas are the most vulnerable, but we can't rule out that moisture trying to move in further north for this coming Friday, which is why, just in case, we've gone ahead and declared a First Alert weather day for this coming Friday. Here's the culprit: low pressure system swirling off the west coast of North America, and it's encompassed by a jet stream, a dip in the jet stream called a trough, which will cross over the Rockies, form another low pressure system, and in the process we'll see that low pressure, we'll see another low pressure system forming in the Rockies, which moves into the northern plains, bringing that wintry precipitation in the process. Here's a look at our First Alert forecast to show you what I mean. We're starting the clock at midday on Thursday, and I'm using the European model for this First Alert forecast right here. But you can see that Thursday is mostly dry, just cloudy skies at times. But Friday morning we'll see rain showers in the southern valley, which turn into wintry mix and snow in the southern valley and in Lakes Country, especially because of cold air infiltrating our region for Friday afternoon and evening, dropping temperatures into the 20s. We'll at least see that moisture sticking around in the southern valley well and into Friday evening. And it's not until Friday night into Saturday morning that the moisture moves out of a region. Now, what's going to really impact how far north this moisture goes, and I'll show you what the end result of that looks like in just a second, is this high pressure system right here. Basically, a high pressure system will form in the Rockies around the same time that low interacts with our region. And depending how strong that high pressure system is and where it's oriented, that could either keep the moisture mostly south of us or may allow that moisture to lift further north. So we'll have to keep an eye on that high pressure system out west especially. And this is the end result of that low-high setup taking place in our region. The European model suggesting a lot less snow concentrated in Lakes Country, whereas the American model wants a lot more heavy snow, even in the northern areas too. So again, it's all going to depend on where that low pressure system moves through. But one thing we are certain about is that we'll at least see some ice accumulation and snow accumulation in Lakes Country. So Lakes Country especially is under that First Alert weather day at least, but if the low tries to move further north, we may have to expand our First Alert weather day into more northwestern areas. So keep the VNN weather app handy if you are traveling for this coming Friday, especially if you're traveling south and east, as those are the areas most likely to see our winter system move through and therefore the most slick road accumulation. But again, keep the VNN weather app handy as we get closer to that system because of the models still ironing out the details regarding their system. Before that happens, though, we are First Alert tracking some fog heading into tonight. In Fargo, visibility is lower than normal, around 4 miles, and we will see visibility getting lower still as we head into the overnight hours thanks to some patchy, dense fog forming in our region. We'll see that patchy, dense fog lingering into Wednesday morning, say impacting Lakes Country by around 6 to 7 a.m. So if you're traveling for your Wednesday morning commute, make sure to give yourself some extra time on the road. So definitely keep the VNN weather app handy just in case as we First Alert track that patchy, dense fog. Most of the fog should break up by tomorrow afternoon, leaving behind, just partly the mostly cloudy skies. And then as we head into, Thursday morning, we'll see another round of patchy fog forming. Aside from that fog, tomorrow is going to be uneventful. We're just looking at mostly cloudy skies up north, some clearing down south heading into your Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, plenty of sunshine down south, but areas north of the stationary front, for context, there's a stationary front sitting on top of us as of Tuesday night, and that's leading to some cold temperatures up north versus milder temperatures down south. It'll basically stay just to the north of I-94 heading into tomorrow afternoon. So we'll see cloudy skies and temperatures in the teens and 20s up north for tomorrow afternoon versus sunny skies and temperatures in the 40s to even the low 50s down south for tomorrow afternoon. By tomorrow night, we'll see that front moving south once again. and that will lead to more cloud cover and some patchy fog popping up in parts of our region. So as for temperatures, like I mentioned, because of where that stationary front is setting itself up for tonight, temperatures will be in the 20s in Fargo, low 20s in Grand Forks. For your morning commute, we'll generally be in the teens to low 20s in the Northern Valley versus low 30s down south, like 31 in Fargo versus 24 in Grand Forks. But notice that essentially the temperature does not change all that much in the Northern Valley throughout tomorrow afternoon because of, again, that stationary front sitting on top of us, allowing cold air to move into the northern areas, whereas warm air is just stuck in the southern areas, keeping those southern areas in the 40s to low 50s. So overall, another day of temperature contrast. If you're south, you're warm. If you're north, you're cold. But more importantly, we got that first little weather day for this coming Friday because of that winter system moving in and brings some ice and snow accumulation and some slick spots possible. Again, mainly the southern areas such as the Southern Valley and Lakes Country in particularly is under that first low weather day as of tonight. But we can't rule out having to expand that first low weather day north and west if that moisture moves further northwest as model runs become more aligned with each other. We'll just have to keep an eye on this upcoming system, but basically if you're traveling south and east for this coming Friday, keep the VNN weather app handy. I'm getting off of here, but I'll be back on Valley News Live at 9. Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas will be back on Valley News Live at 10. And if you're not able to watch either of us, you can watch Assistant Chief Meteorologist Lisa Green on Valley Today. And you can also get the latest notifications on the VNN First Alert Weather app. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night.